Judging by this horror movie I just watched, I think we're firmly in January horror movie territory. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and this is my first official review of 2024, and it's going to be of a typical PG-13 horror movie, this time named Night Swim. And Night Swim is the very first joint production of Atomic Monster and Blumhouse, and it is fun. Is the best way I can put Night Swim. Night Swim is about a former baseball player who has a degenerative disease that is taking out his limbs and his body and all that stuff. And he's got a couple options to rehab himself. One of those options, of course, being water. And he can go to therapy and do it, or he can buy a house that has a pool. And this house that they choose has a pool. Little do they know that this swimming pool has evil powers to it. Guys, it's a swimming pool. And if you've seen the trailer, you know that you probably have had the same trepidation to watching a movie with a evil swimming pool that has demonic entities. And while this movie could have been as easy as somebody once drowned in this pool, and now ever since then their angry spirit lives in this pool and continues to take souls of anybody who lives here. It could have been that easy. But no. We don't keep it that easy, do we?
They're not human. They're very bad.
This had to be built on ancient burial Indian grounds of sacred blah blah blah, and they used to sacrifice people and the healing powers of the water, and in order to continue being kept hidden or whatever at bay, it must take a life so that it may leave others to. There's just this whole convoluted thing happens in this movie. And by the end of it, this movie becomes Amityville, the pool. Like I said, the movie's fun, but then it tries to do too much. And if I was to point out some of the good things of this movie, it would just be a couple scenes that stuck with me. One scene was the family has this game that they like to do where they like to flip these $50 coins into the pool, and the two kids, there's a boy and a girl, they'll race to go get it into the deep end. And I like that idea. Of course, the evil entity that lives in the pool kind of starts dragging that toy towards the deep end, and once the boy goes down to get it, there's a coin that flips in there. He thinks it's his dad. He grabs it, comes up, says, "Hey, I got it." Nobody's around. And then the other thing that happened in the movie that I liked it, and then it went awry really quickly. And it was when there was a pool party, and suddenly you knew something was going to happen. There's way too many people here for this evil pool not to do something crazy. And I was excited for that, just for the excitement of what might happen. But then probably the worst aspect of this movie cropped up, and it was the CGI. One of the worst things this movie does is there's really bad, cheap CGI, and it's, in my opinion, unnecessary where they put it. I see where they put it when they make the pool an entity, and there's some cool shots of like almost Nightmare on Elm Street, like where the pool is this portal up here, and there's this whole long thing that you can swim to. I think that's fine. With all that being said, I don't think there's too much to say about Night Swim other than it was fun. So I want to get to the bandana rating system and keep this review short. Night Swim is going to get 2 bandanas out of 5. And those 2 bandanas exist because it's not a terrible movie, but it's not something I'll watch again until somebody else mentions it, or it's free on Tubi, and maybe 5 years I'll say, oh, I'll just throw something on. And when somebody mentions it, hey, you remember that movie about the evil pool in 2030? I'll say, oh yeah, I remember that. That's Night Swim. So guys, let me know. Marco Polo, did you go see this movie? Are you going to go see this movie? What are your thoughts on Night Swim? Are you excited to yell Marco and have other people in the theater yell Polo like they did in my theater and annoyed the hell out of me? Guys, I'm Alex Thorn. It's 2024 and I got to go rock out so I can watch some movies and review them for you.